Good evening. My name is Jocelyn, and I chose the topic of conformity. My title for my final paper was How Can Conformity Make a Person Preserve Their Identity? I chose to depict this through The Handmaid's Tale, Season 1, Episode 1. The Handmaid's Tale is a novel that was published in 1987 and created into a TV show in 2017. The definition of conformity is the tendency to change our perceptions, opinions, or behavior in ways that are consistent with group norms. People considered to be conformists are ones that would follow group norms, like dressing a certain way to go to events like weddings, business meetings, or sporting events. A nonconformist is somebody that is considered more unique, or even a person that makes excuses for not following the social norms. There are reasons why people do conform, and one of those reasons is a need to be right. The key topic under this need to be right is the informational influence, which produces conformity when a person believes others are correct in their judgments. So this really takes place when people are uncertain of a certain topic or situation and they just decide to go with the flow. Another reason why people conform is a fear of ostracism, which is a normative influence that produces conformity when a person fears the negative social consequences of appearing deviant. So when somebody doesn't want to feel left out, or they feel like they'll be ridiculed for just being their own self, they tend to just go with the group and agree or conform to what the situation at hand is. There are different types of conformity. One is public conformity, which can also be called true acceptance, and this describes instances in which others cause us to change not only our behavior but our minds as well. Um, to conform at this level is to be truly persuaded that others in a group are correct. Another type of conformity is private conformity, which refers to a more superficial change in behavior. And people often respond to normative pressures by pretending to agree when privately they don't. Kind of like what politicians, tell people in their commercials, and when they get into office, it's something totally different. Um, Conformity increased even more when people are exposed to smaller groups. When faced with a majority opinion, we tend to think of the topic at hand on not such a grand scale. Um, when people are in smaller groups, they are able to share their opinions more, express their feelings. So even though there's power in unity and there's power in numbers, sometimes the actual number doesn't matter. So in this case, 3 would be better than 300. Um, in The Handmaid's Tale, Offred is the main character. She lived in Chicago. She was a wife. She had a daughter. She had friends. But because of some type of chemical warfare, Chicago is now the Republic of Gilead. And this actually takes place in the future, which is in about the 2100s. So handmaids are women that are deemed as fertile. They go to schools that teach them how to act. Their purpose is to bear children of the authoritative men, and they're forced to be obedient. In Offred's case, she remembers who she was. She knows she had a past. She's very passionate about the person that she used to be, and even though she is conforming, she is choosing to go about it to preserve herself. She knows that her daughter is possibly still out there and she's still looking for her. And she doesn't want to be known as a handmaid. She wants us to know her name. This is Offred's testament.
Keep on living for her. Blessed are the meek. And blessed are those who suffer for the cause of righteousness.